Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy and we're going to get straight into our explosive penny stock watch list. So the first stock we're looking at here today is Humbl on the 30-minute time frame. So they launched their NFT platform today. Essentially, if you are any sort of digital creator, you can sell your product on this specific platform. And so this becomes a nice trading platform for people who are interested in NFTs. A little bit of a side note, if you guys remember this video that surfaced years ago, Charlie bit my finger, the one with the baby, that NFT sold for $750,000. And so when I see these little meme videos just blowing up and then being traded as NFTs, I see a huge opportunity in this space. This is like getting something before people even wrap their head around it. And so if you were a believer in, say, Bitcoin in 2010 when no one had an idea about cryptocurrency, I feel the same with NFTs in 2021. I feel like there's a lot of people who are just questioning the legitimacy of NFTs, but I do think that they are here to stay, and the companies that build around this platform are going to be extremely successful, like our Humbl Inc. And so today we were up 10%, very solid day for Humbl after the launch of this NFT platform. We are below our 200-day SMA, so we are in a very nice buying zone right now in Humbl. I've mentioned before, if you can get any sort of stock in this gray zone, that is a very nice opportunity to be getting into a stock on a risk to reward basis. And again, this is based off of this Fibonacci retracement. And so overall right now, Humbl just continues to consolidate. We had an extraordinary run in 2019, 2020, and now 2021. We are starting to get our correction. And so if you have dry powder available or you believe in this company, this is a very great time to be loading up on Humbl Inc. Next stock of the day, we're looking at IGEN on the 30-minute time frame. So IGEN was flat today, a lot of intraday volatility, but again, we did close out flat. This accumulation just looks absolutely beautiful. You could see since this point here in January, we have just been going straight up. And so this is straight accumulation. Nobody is really selling. And so our price action hasn't really reflected that sort of movement, which is why I'm so bullish here on IGEN. Having this visible divergence gives me more conviction about IGEN. And so currently we are just trading in this triangle right now. We closed again right underneath. And so we've been having very nice buying volumes at the close of each of our sessions, but yet we are still trading below all of our SMAs. And so one thing I don't want to see is our 50 cross down our 200-day SMA. If that happens, that would be bearish. However, I'm looking for a bounce on this 200-day SMA. If we can get this 50 to come, bounce, and then our price action starts to go up, that bounce right there would be extremely bullish for a longer term bull run. So anytime you get this sort of setup right here that we call the golden cross, this usually is a sign of a longer term bull run. And so since we didn't really have a long-term bull run here, I would love to see a bounce, and then we could start a real long run here for IGEN. Next stock of the day, we're looking at WDLF on the 30-minute time frame. So we were slightly down here in Social Life Network, but you can just see the accumulation has been very steady here. We've had slight distribution, but in the grand scheme of things, we've had very solid price action. And so I do think this is that consolidation phase before our next level up. Intrinsically, we should have a fair valuation of about 25 cents a share, trading at a penny. So there's a lot of upside here on Social Life Network, and so I'm excited to be a part of this movement. In the short term, I am looking forward to hearing the uplisting news that Ken Tapp will be giving us on the conference call and potentially on the podcast. And so I think that will be a very strong signal for us in Social Life Network if we can get this uplist happening in the next couple weeks, maybe even the next couple months. Next stock of the day, we're looking at SEGI on the 30-minute time frame. So SEGI got absolutely decimated today, down 15%, but we could be coming in on a double bottom. And so right now, the way I see SEGI is this is going to be our second attempt here on our 200-day SMA. And so what we saw in the last one was extremely bullish price action, and so our accumulation is still quite steady here, which is why I do think today was a very, very nice day to be buying up on SEGI on this 200-day SMA. I do think this is going to be a double bottom on this line, and that will lead us to stronger price action. Like I've been saying, I do believe SEGI will be trading in this area by the end of June, and so I do think this is going to be a nice little buying opportunity for those individuals who haven't yet looked into SEGI. Next stock of the day, we're looking at MJNA on the 30-minute time frame. So MJNA is slightly down as well, still just trading down, slowly consolidating. You could see our accumulation right here since this point in time has been absolutely stable. So there's been equal amount of buyers and sellers here. And so overall, again, this is just another strong consolidation period. And so what I'm starting to see with a lot of the stocks that we're covering is we're getting this large run up, and then we're getting a lengthy consolidation. And usually at the end of a lengthy consolidation is where we start to get more runs up. And so if the markets start to run up again, that would give us a strong signal for the next run up for a lot of our stocks. And so right now I'm very curious to see, because we are getting to that point where this consolidation phase has been going on for quite a while. It should be a moment in time where the price action either starts to go up or starts to go down. So we'll see here in the case of MJNA. Next stock of the day, we're looking at ALYI on the 30-minute time frame. So we're up 1.69%. And so if I'm just kind of looking at this off a bare eye, we have had a ton of support here at this 3.5 cents level. You can see we had it as support here, support here, support here, and then support here. So clearly this is a very strong level of support, and people who did buy at this level will potentially reap some very nice rewards. You can already start to see that the price action is starting to hover up, and we have yet to break that level of support. So with that strong support, I do expect ALYI to make a push for our 50 SMA, but just remember we did get this cross, and so if we get here and get rejected, that would lead the price action to drift lower. But on a trading basis, from this point on, this did look like a very strong buy signal in ALYI. Next stock of the day, we're looking at HYSR on the 30-minute time frame. So we're down another 5% today, trading below all of our SMAs. And so HYSR, in my opinion, I would categorize as a pump and dump, just because they actually have no product and they are still working, and they are well away from having a working product. So with the case of Sun Hydrogen, I would not be a buyer in the high inflation environment that we're in right now. And so overall with HYSR, I do think this is a strong sell stock. And so even if it's below all the SMAs right now, it's not something that I personally would want to be in just yet. If we start to get some more hype back into this renewable energy sector, then yes, HYSR with Sympathy will also rise. And so that is kind of where I would love to play it. But right now there is no hype at all. And so if the company has nothing going, I will not be in it. Next stock of the day, we're looking at RDGL. And now RDGL is getting very, very attractive right now. And so the reason I say that is we have yet to see price action along our 200-day SMA since November. And so at that point in time, we had all of our SMAs intertwined together, coiling up. We had this large kaboom, and now here we are today, finally sitting right on top of our 200-day SMA. And so you could see when the price action got to this point, we had a lot of buyers coming in and they covered this line. So I am seeing this 200 as a very strong support for RDGL, and I am getting very interested in getting a position here in RDGL, and that might happen as soon as tomorrow. Next stock of the day, we're looking at ACDC on the 30-minute time frame. So ACDC just continues to just bleed down. Our accumulation did seem like it did bottom out, and so that was a good sign to see on our distribution. However, our share price still continues to bleed down. So I do think we could potentially get a test of this 200-day SMA, but we aren't there just yet. Overall, we haven't had really strong volume in this one, so we don't have too much pressure to buy in just yet. Next stock of the day, we're looking at STAF on the 30-minute time frame. So STAF is down 4.75%, and it is starting to get extremely attractive. I had my eyes on this one at around $1, $1.04, and now we are literally cut in half here. And so my juices are flowing right now. Spidey senses are tingling quite a bit here. And so we did get our death cross here. And so that's why I'm still waiting to get my call options with this one, just because I want to see the price action get above my 50 for the call options. But for a long position, this is starting to look attractive. I just know that anytime we get this sort of death cross here, it does take a while for our price action to bottom out. So I do think that we could consolidate in this range for a while, which is why I'm holding out on the options. but I do think this is a very attractive place for a long position. Last but not least, we are looking at SNDL, the hype play in the cannabis sector. And so if we're just looking at this on the 30, you could see our accumulation has been quite steady. So this right here was the peak, but you can see we haven't really had too much selling. Yes, we've had it here and there, but overall this line has been quite stagnant. So has the price, and so the price has drifted quite low for my liking. And so if I'm looking at the price action right now, we've had 3 interactions here on our 200-day SMA, and so we are holding this as a very strong level of support. And so if SNDL just hovers in this range, this could be a very strong consolidation area in which we coil up, eventually get our price action above our 50, and we start to roll right back up. And so I do expect SNDL to have a crazy bounce at some point in time because of the amount of volume and the momentum the stock has. And so I'm kind of waiting for that moment to get into a trade setup with SNDL. Right now, I don't want to hop into a stock that is just trading sideways. I want to get into it once there's actually something that is fueling the fire underneath it, so we can get some gains out of the movement. And so that was our quick little update on our explosive penny stock watch list. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. We are on the road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit that subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.